On Football Tonight, it's a city showdown. The Fighting Irish visiting the Southsiders. Who takes home the conference win and the bragging rights? Plus, two top 5 programs in their respective classes, East Buchanan and North Platte, meeting tonight in KCI conference play. And the Bishop LeBlond Golden Eagles take the field for the first time at home this season. Highlights from LeBlond and much more coming up on Football Tonight.
A lot of them is their last football game, and I can't imagine a better way to go out.
It's just kind of second nature to us that we're never going to give up on each other. We always know someone's going to have our back and we're going to make a play.
There's a whole lot less nerves, at least for me, and you can see it on the players. They had confidence going into this game.
Welcome into week 3 of football tonight. Chris Roush, Brett Kennedy with you for the next 30 minutes. We got everything, right?
We do. We have rivalry showdowns, top 5 showdowns, and so much more.
So let's go ahead and get started with our first game of the evening, a showdown, a rivalry here in town. Down to Sparks Field we go. Corey Bertini's Benton Cardinals hosting the Lafayette Fighting Irish. Cardinals won last year's meeting, snapping a 6-game losing streak to the Irish. Second quarter, 6-0 Lafayette. We got some hard-hitting football on the south side tonight, too. Later on the Cardinals' drive, it's 4th down and goal. Jackson Rich scrambling to the near side, but Aiden Hardy cuts him off, pushes him out of bounds. It's a turnover on downs. Lafayette takes over the lead 6-0 at the break. Third quarter in this one, Jackson Compton trying to will the Irish on, and Compton out of the gun, rolling to his right, looking down the field, scanning and finding Martavian Thurston back of the end zone for 6. Touchdown Lafayette. 2-point conversion makes the 14-0 lead for the Irish. Ensuing drive, Cardinals in the red zone at this point. Rich following his blocks, and he gets Benton on the board. It's 14-6 ball game, but the Irish snapping a 15-game losing streak, winning this one tonight by a final score of 26-14. And joining us now on Football Tonight, the head coach of the Lafayette Fighting Irish, Nate Doherty. And Coach, pleasure to have you on with us. Congrats on the win, and what a win it was for you guys there tonight too.
Yes, it was. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. It feels good. It definitely feels good.
Coach, you guys had that 6-0 lead at the half. What are you telling the guys at that point in the ball game? Because the defense has held strong a few times, Benton getting down in the red zone, but what are you telling them at that point in the game?
At halftime, I just went in and I'm like, guys, this is our game for the taking. We have to do our 111th. We have to execute, and we just have to get out of here with this win. And I told them, I was like, guys, up front, offensive line, we've got to move the ball. And they responded in the fourth quarter, and they finally got that push up front, and we were able to move the ball, and that's kind of what carried us onto this win.
Coach, talk about the confidence boost that this win gives you guys over a crosstown team. I'm sure the kids were fired up to play this one tonight. They played against these kids a lot growing up. Talk about the confidence boost that this win gives you guys.
It's huge. It's obviously been tough. It was 700 days and I think 15 games since Lafayette High School's won a football game. And so I told them, I said, guys, there's no one better to go get that and snap that losing streak from than our Southtown rivals. So it's huge. It's absolutely huge. These kids have been working their butts off all summer long, and to finally see that pay off and to see these kids realize that it's paying off, I think that'll be a huge confidence boost for them going later on in the season.
Coach, I want to ask you, too, about your quarterback, Jackson Compton. We talked about his leadership in the preseason, but also it's been a very emotional couple of weeks for him and his family with the passing of his mom. But, you know, he's been still sticking with these, been out there gutting everything through. Just can you talk about what type of young man he is? Because he's went through a lot, obviously, the last few weeks as well.
Yeah, listen, that kid's been through hell and back, and luckily but unluckily, I was there to be able to be by his side the whole time, and even seeing him the day of and the night of, like, he's just a true leader. He's a true born leader, and the kid, he's always positive. He's always positive, and it's hard to get him down. He responds well to adversity. He's seen a lot of adversity in his life, and he responds well to it. And I love the kid to death, and he's a hell of a leader, and I wouldn't want anybody else leading our team.
Lafayette head coach Nate Doherty, thanks for coming on tonight. Congratulations on the win over the Benton Cardinals, and good luck next week too.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great night.
You too.
Over in Chillicothe tonight, the Hornets hosting Class 3's 5th-ranked team, the Maryville Spoof Hounds. Maryville entered the night winners of the last 7 meetings, and the Spoof Hounds pound the Hornets 50-0.
All right, up in Savannah, we go. The Savages trying to bounce back from a Week 2 loss, taking on Kirksville. Anthony Hayes getting his guys going. Savages going deep down the field in this one. They already have a pretty good lead. Zayden snaps the defender in half of the nice juke and a touchdown catch for Savannah. Savannah student section, they're loving it all because Savannah's finding their rhythm, and they've got it all going right tonight. Savages then unleash their workhorse running back, Cade Chappelle, who muscles his way for the first down. He's hard to bring down. And you can just see the defender just on his back, finally bringing him to the ground. Fireworks were showering down on Savannah tonight. Offense later in the drive. Cade Chappelle again dives over the goal line for a touchdown. Savannah shuts out Kirksville 42-0. Savannah plays Lafayette next week. Well, still ahead on football tonight, the 2nd-ranked team in Class 2, East Buchanan, going on the road. The Bulldogs visited the North Platte Panthers, the 3rd-ranked team in Class 1. Highlights still ahead on Football Tonight.
I'm Jake Winklebauer.
I'm Carson Sag.
I'm Trey Ike, Ward Bishop of Vaughn, and you're watching Football Tonight.
Hi, I'm Narciso. I play the high school football show tonight.
Welcome back to Football Tonight, and we continue things on with a top 5 matchup, Chris?
KCI Conference, usually they're in the same class. They're top 5 teams, just in different classes this year. Down to Dearborn we go tonight. Number 2 in Class 2, East Buchanan visiting number 3 in Class 1, North Platte. Both teams 2-0. Second half action, Bulldogs up 23-0. Panthers running an option. Colton Kirkham gets the outside, bulldozing his way through guys before being brought down. Another option play for the Panthers. This time Kirkham pitches it to Dylan Armstrong. He needs a pack of Bulldogs to wrestle him out of bounds finally. Bulldogs, though, end up forcing a turnover on downs. Next drive for East Buchanan. Workhorse running back Trevor Klein squirts through the line, drags multiple Panthers with him before finally being drugged down. Woo, there's about, 5 Panthers there? A few plays later, Gage Busby finds Aiden Hensley on this quick out, tiptoes his way down the sideline for a big gain. Early fourth quarter, Armstrong wins the race to the pylon, putting the Panthers on the board in this one, but the Bulldogs staying undefeated, winning 23-14. All right, in KCI play tonight, Hamilton is receiving votes in the Class 1 top 5 poll, beating Lawson 30-27, and then Lather beating Salisbury 30-14 in non-conference play.
Down in Weston, the Blue Jays hosting Mid-Buchanan in a conference matchup tonight. First play of the game, Chris Kowalowicz bounces to the outside, zigging and zagging through defenders, finally being dragged down from behind. A few plays later, the Dragons knocking on the door. Ian Wagenka plunges into the end zone, 7-0 Dragons. After a Blue Jays touchdown, Rafe Smith lofting this one to Brayson Weston for the big gain. Smith again showing off the arm with another chunk play down the field to Wagenka, setting up this short touchdown run from Smith. And it's 14-7 Dragons now. Dragons have to be pleased with this start. Blue Jays turn now with this potential play of the week candidate. Watch this, Kane Cogan connects with Blaze Masoner. What a catch, one-handed snag into Dragons territory. Then another deep ball from Cogan, this time to Cohen Kite in the back of the end zone. Mid-Buchanan grabs win number 2, winning 62-25. In a non-conference game, Trenton trying to go 3-0, taking on Kip Pacey Legacy. Trenton gets the win, 36-14. In Grand River Conference action, South Harrison visiting Gallatin tonight. South Harrison pulls out the 2-point win, 28-26, and Polo trying to go 3-0, taking on Maysville. Mission accomplished. Polo 37-24.
Well, still ahead on football tonight. It's week 2 of high school football in Kansas, and the Riverside Cyclones trying to grab a win tonight at home.
Plus, the Bishop LeBlond Golden Eagles home for the first time this season. Highlights coming up on Football Tonight.
Hi, I'm Deontay Howard from Benton High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.
I'm Phineas Sullivan.
I'm Jake Winklebauer.
I'm
Carson Staggs.
I'm Trey Ike, Ward Bishop of Blount, and you're watching Football Tonight.
Welcome back to Football Tonight. Brett Kennedy, Chris Roush with you for another 15 minutes.
We've got plenty left, including some really good 8-man football to get to, so let's do it. Bishop of Blount finally at home for the first time this season in week number 3, trying to bounce back with a win against Knox County tonight. First quarter we go. LeBlanc already up 6-0, knocking on the door again, but it's picked off by big man Logan Miller for Knox County to strike back, trying to keep them in business. Eagles trying to get locked into battle as well in this one. Later, quarterback for Knox County throws a baseball floater down the middle for a touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion afterward. They lead 8-6 over Bishop of Blount at this point. Chuck Davis and company trying to get the guys going, and they do. Getting the final moments of the first quarter. Quarterback Cooper Taylor deep throw to Winklebauer for a Golden Eagles touchdown. 2-point after is good. Golden Eagles back up 14-8. Later, second quarter, Knox County trying to march down the field. Winklebauer, though, strikes on the other side of the ball, tips it, grabs an interception. Golden Eagles in business. He'll get that belt for a little bit as LeBlanc, there's a championship belt for LeBlanc. Woo! LeBlanc grabs the win at home win for a score of 56-22. They are now 2-1 on the season.
Over in Albany, 4th-ranked Warriors hosting St. Joseph Christian in a battle of 2-0 teams in the early going. Lions using the passing game deep into Albany territory, capping off the drive with a Cy Carlson touchdown run, and it's 8-0 Lions at that point. Albany, though, able to battle back in this one. It's a good one in Albany tonight. The Warriors hanging on to win 58-48 to move to 3-0, the first loss of the season for St. Joseph Christian. And in Grand River Conference 8-man football, Stanberry visiting King City. Stanberry wins 38-16 to get to 3-0, while Pattonsburg hosting Princeton. Last score we saw from that, 88-76. Princeton was up, high-scoring game in the fourth quarter. Up at North Andrew, the Cardinals hosting number 3 Worth County this evening. And the Tigers, they drove right down the field on their first drive. Landon Wilms crossing the goal line for the rushing score. 2-pointer is good. 8-0 Worth County. Tigers head coach John Adwell looking to see what he could dial up next. His quarterback answered that question. Tyler New, the stiff arm on the defender and the big run down the sideline for a big first down. A few plays later, Tyler New. That's not new for Worth County. Legs in to score another touchdown for the Tigers. Worth County wins by a runaway tonight, 54-16.
Top 10 shootout in Plattsburgh tonight. Number 5 Tigers hosting number 9 Schuyler County. Both teams entering 2-0. If that's the worst thing that happens at Plattsburgh tonight, they're okay. Tigers have a 3rd and 10. Zaya Howard takes a step, takes his time, finds Rylan Langton for the first down. Next play, Howard gets the ball, rolls his right, chucks it down the field to Gavin Carter, who makes it to the end zone for the touchdown. Plattsburgh offense just getting started, and the Rams looking to respond in a big way for Schuyler County. Senior Connor Smith takes snap, steps back, throws deep to senior Mason Humphrey for a touchdown of Schuyler County's own. Now a little bit later in the first, Howard in a little trouble, but throws deep for another score. Tigers want to win this one 92-68.
Do not go anywhere, because still to come on Football Tonight, the Troy Trojans at home tonight. Can they get a win in their home opener?
And second-ranked Platte Valley on the road tonight in 275 conference play. Can they move to 3-0 as they take on Mound City? Highlights coming up next on Football Tonight.
Hey, this is Johnny Wolf from Central High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.
This is Brock Williamson from Central High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.
Welcome back to week 3 of Football Tonight. Our coverage of 8-man football continues on, heading up to Mound City for the Panthers hosting Platte Valley.
And Platte Valley off to a fast 2-0 start and number 2 in the 8-man media poll. Start of the second quarter, Mound City down 14-0. Cole Gillenwater trying to change that. Drops back, rolls out, finds his guy, Creighton Roop, wide open. Mound City on the board with a touchdown. Student section getting excited for that one tonight. Platte Valley, though, they march on down themselves. Aiden Blackford in the gun, dropping back, looking deep down the field, connects with Brandon McQueen, gets into the end zone for 6 for Platte Valley. 2-point conversion, no good. Platte Valley up 20-8. Panthers not giving up. 4th and 7. Gillenwater under center, rolls to his left again to the end zone. Got a man, but Chauncey Brown grabs, bringing down the end zone. Panthers close the gap to 6. But tonight, Platte Valley, Blackford scrambling out of the pocket. Another missed tackle. Another one. Blackford down the sideline, gets brought down just shy of the end zone, but Platte Valley gets it done tonight. They win by a final score of 60-36.
Over in Stewartsville tonight, the Wildcards hosting the Rockport Blue Jays. Starting at the Wildcards' first drive, freshman quarterback Ian Saunders moves to his right and throws to the senior Eli Martins, who breaks one tackle, gets a few more, and steps in before being taken down in that one. Same drive, Saunders takes a high snap but throws to receiver Skylar Chorpening, who gets in for the touchdown. Wildcards' next possession, Saunders hands off to junior Eli Martins, who pushes his way through the defense for the touchdown, but Rockport storms back to win 70-18. Other 2-7-5 scores tonight. Southwest Livingston visiting Santa Fe. Southwest gets the win 56-14, while Nottoway Valley trying to move to 3-0, hosting East Atchison. Nottoway Valley wins 44-22.
Down at DeKalb, Tigers hosting the South Holt Knights in a 275 matchup. First play from scrimmage in this one. DeKalb with the football first. Devin Hall out of the gun, chucking it deep on the run, finds Hayden Black, gets it past his defender. He's gone. Touchdown DeKalb. They strike first, draw first blood. 6-0 Tigers. But here come the Knights. Ensuing drive. Cole Metzger going down the field. Check this out. Tylen Prusman. Look at the extension, laying out for the football. Knights inside the 5. Metzger finishes off the drive, though. Finds Cade Kurtz going in motion for the touchdown. PAT good, 7-6 South Holt. After that, the Knights in control. Kendall Nolan makes his way in for 6. South Holt runs away with this one with a nice victory tonight, beating DeKalb 69-6. All right, we'll finish up the Missouri side of things now. We need to head across the river to Kansas City, the Kansas side of things, excuse me.
That's right. It's week 2 for our Kansas high schools, and we start with the Riverside Cyclones. Riverside coming off a week 1 victory, hosting Perry Lecompton this evening. Duncan with a one-handed catch from Beckham here. Duncan runs for a short gain, and then later we're going to have a QB sneak from quarterback Mr. Beckham, and he scores, gets in the end zone. And then later on, Gordon loses the ball here and gets it back for the handoff to Mr. Essman, in for the touchdown run. And then later, Perry comes back with their own quarterback sneak, and Gordon runs it in for the score. Perry Lecompton gets the win, 20-6. Other Kansas scores, Mar Hill visiting Holton Jackson Heights. Holton Jackson Heights wins big, 42-6, while Atchison taking on Sumner Academy. The Phoenix get the win, 63-6.
Over in Troy, the Trojans with their home opener tonight take on Valley Falls. Gannon Bowe makes a mobile throw to Seth Judd for a first down in the first quarter. Then Bowe making his way down the field, throwing a pass to Christian Etherton. Bowe completing a